Guys, I wanted to come to you. I am driving, but I'm hands-free. I wanted to come to you today, and man, I just feel motivated to let kind of, I guess, my story out. I've kind of held it for a lot of reasons. I've held it to protect other people, protect their feelings, and really to just look like, you know, I was okay. But guys, that's not the case. It's been about a year and a half since something happened that just completely changed my life, and really it was a series of things that kind of all mixed together and ended up just putting me, it really just threw me down into this depression state. And I don't use that word lightly, because really for a long time I didn't even act as if or believe that depression was real. I mean, it just was an excuse for people that were unmotivated, or a lot of other really wrong viewpoints that I had. But I guess you really need to go through it in order to understand, especially if you have that old mindset of that depression isn't real. There are people that are going through that right now. They're your friends, they're your family, they're the person you walk by or driving by, and they're not okay. They're not okay. And you know, with my mindset before, I was thinking that people faked depression, but the truth is people fake being okay. Just want to sit that there for a second. People don't fake depression, they fake being okay. So for me, I would go about my daily business. I've done a lot of real estate deals. I've sat at closing tables. I've paid off houses. I've fixed houses. I've hired contractors. I've done all of those things, and did that in a state of depression the last year and a half. And just until recently, and I mean really recently, I haven't, this isn't a roller coaster, because I've been through that too, of, you know, today you feel okay, tomorrow you don't. You know, this has been the longest consistent feeling of, you know, I'm in control of my life that I've had in this year and a half, almost 2 years now. And so I felt like it was appropriate now that I, you know, make a video. It doesn't go along with a lot of the content that I put out. It's mainly just real estate stuff, but it's the truth, and I feel like putting that out there is what will help people, and that's my goal and aim. My goal and aim has always been to help people, whether it's retire earlier, to buy that first property, to get out of their own way. But ultimately, if there's somebody struggling the way that I did, and like I said, till just recently, then you need to hear that there is hope. And I mean, you try all the things. I mean, it's been a constant battle of, you know, going to church, reading the Bible, not just sitting around all day, you know, not eating junk, but really starting to eat better, to care about my body, care about what I'm putting in it, what I'm doing to it. Care about, that's a whole body. That's mind, body, and your soul. It's taking care of it all. But it's also alienating friends. And I just left from a really good conversation, I guess, is why I felt motivated to come on here and talk about this, because otherwise I would just hold it in. And I hope it does help somebody. But it's important. It's important that you check up on your friends, check up on your people, man. And whether they're doing good or doing bad, I mean, it's just reaching out and saying, hey, I was thinking about you. You know, that means the world. That means the world to somebody who feels alone. And alone can mean, you know, having a wife and kids that you love. Because I've had that throughout the entire 2 years. You know, I never felt like I didn't have my wife, or that, you know, I didn't have my kids or any of that. It was just outside of that nucleus of a family. You just feel alone. You feel like, you know, something happened to you, you know, would anybody care? Or, you know, if you moved away, you know, would anybody try to catch up with you or see how you're doing? And so just that mindset is obviously super unhealthy, and you can see that if you're in a good place mentally. But if you relate to that, I just want to make this video for you. I mean, it's for you. You're not alone. I know it feels like that, whether it's, you know, friends, you know, not really checking up on you or not being there. You feel like they're not, you know, as close as they used to be. Whether it's, you know, your family members doing things that are just ugly and hurtful, and you're not close anymore, or whether it's, you know, part of my deal was, you know, I was pastor of a church. I felt like I was, I chose to step down as the pastor, but I felt like it was forced, just because of some of the actions of some people that were attending there. And, you know, and that stuff again is just not something that I've broadcast, not something I've really talked about, because I love them. I love them beyond what they'll ever understand. And but when your life changes in that way, from pastoring the same church for 10 years to not, along with several very tough deaths, a job that completely switched on me, and that was tough. Just all that stuff mixed together just sent me into a spiral. But again, you know, you may have, it may be you that I'm talking to, it may be you that needs to check up on your people, because anybody, it can happen to anybody. Life happens, life hits, and I've always been able to take those hits and keep on going. And, you know, it didn't affect me mentally. This was the first time that it really just took me down. But I'm saying that on the other side, I'm saying that from a place of healthiness, to the standard of which I'm okay with right now. Like I said, and even in that conversation that I had just a few minutes ago, it was there's stages of your happiness and being healthy and what you should be doing. And the one that I was in was, you know, I didn't consider it important to focus on anything. You know, I just had my little family, and I was frustrated and tired and sad and hurt and angry and all this stuff. But you know, I wasn't taking care of my body. I was eating junk, wasn't working out, you know, on and on and on. I just wasn't taking care of myself. I didn't care about you know, other people. I wasn't making an effort to reach out to friends and family, and I just kind of I went into this kind of selfish mode of being angry, kind of at the world, at God, you know, just all of it. But moving from that into where I'm at now, to where I'm more at peace with the decision. I wouldn't go back and change it, whereas I would before. So now I'm in a place where I wouldn't want to change what happened, because what happened was important and it needed to happen. But I also am now caring about myself. I am watching what I put in my body. I am getting up in the morning and not trying to sleep in. I'm actually getting outside and moving around, or in the basement, and getting on the weight bench or whatever else, and just getting some movement, making sure I'm getting my steps, drinking my water. And that's been a roller coaster here for a while. One day, you know, I would get 20,000 steps, and then one day I wouldn't. I'd be lucky if I hit 1,000. And it's just, that was a roller coaster. It was an up and down. And now I'm getting to where it's more consistent. Like I said, this has been the most consistent of this mindset that I have had in all of this time. So, and if that is where you're at, of course, that's not where you want to be. That's not healthy. You need to hear that. But you got to want to get up and change that. But if you're there, you need to get out of that. You need to move into at least selfish mode, where you are caring about your body, you are taking care of it, you are doing things that will help it, and then from there moving into solidifying those friendships and relationships in your life that you've let slide. So that's what I came on here to say. I don't really have anything beyond that. I don't know if this will go any further or if I just needed to make this video. I guess we'll see by the response. But you know, take care of yourself. Make sure that you're healthy. Make sure that you're not just, you know, surviving, that you are living. You know, go take a walk, go hike, go play basketball with a friend or by yourself. Put a line in the water, pull up a fish, get on a kayak, do something. You know, carve out some time to where you do something that makes you happy. Because other than that, you're letting the sun come up and the sun go down, and you're just living the same day over and over again. What you are, you're stuck. You're stuck like I was. I want you out of there. If you need any help, if you need to talk to anybody or reach out, love to be the one that is there for you. Send me a message, email me, whatever platform this is on. I don't even know yet, but yeah, make sure you know that somebody's in your corner. I'm in your corner. I want you healthy and happy and living. I don't want anybody to live like I've lived for the last year and a half. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys watching and following, and whatever platform you follow. If you're on Instagram, make sure you move on over to include YouTube and No Limits Investing, TikTok at the same name. And if you're at any of those, make sure you go across and check all those out, and let's get connected. Let's stay connected. But love you guys. I'm out of here.